You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
But mate, like
You've got form, that's all.
My dad jinxed it, dude. Like I was meant to, obviously, like we were meant to go see he's got a disabled sister who's a sweetheart. We were meant to go on Christmas Eve, but then obviously Evie got sick, and then Bonnie was meant to go last week, and she got sick, and then Dad just calls me yesterday, going like, "Tell me you're not sick. Tell me you're all good for tomorrow." And I'm like, "Yeah, mate, we're fine. Don't worry about it." And he's like, we can't cancel on Peru a third time. I'm like, "Of course not. That's fine. Don't worry." And then I'm in bed, and I'm like, "Oof." You don't need to if you need to take a shit at fucking like any time after, I reckon, like 8 o'clock, there's you could be forgiven for thinking something might be wrong.
Yeah, 8
And
o'clock's
this was
getting pretty late in the piece.
Yeah, it is, and this is like 11:30 at night, so I was just like,
Mm.
and I was like, when you get like that food poisoning feeling where it's sort of like you get the like shiver over your body, you're like, oh, what the fuck's going on here?
If you've got to wake up to shit, something's wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No one should be shitting after fucking 12 a.m.
No, dude. No, and not.
Obviously,
not,
that comes back online at a certain point, but fucking hell. At those at the true depths of the night where you can't really hear anyone and you know every other motherfucker's asleep, you shouldn't be up pounding the Dalton. It's just...
Nah, you shouldn't be doing REM shits.
Nah. You shouldn't be doing REM poos, dude. No way.
Can I be honest with you? And I assume we're recording, the thing that was like, that I wrestled with mostly this morning was... am I really starting 2024 off with a fucking Tom's sick and he's doing shits podcast? Like, is this really fucking... Like, could I be any more me right now? Like, it's just such a fucking... I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, it would have been nice to come on here with a bit more,
pep in your
maybe
step.
I'm pep in my step, dude. But instead, I've woken up fucking under the weather and doing heaps of shits. So I apologize, but I am who I am.
We consistent, mate. And I think it's probably actually a good thing, really, if you think about it, because it means that the listener, the punter, and the dribbler are going to get more of what they expect.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, if you came on here fucking ripped and, like, eating acai bowls and shit, like, I think it'll wig people out.
Yeah, like New Year, New Me. So I just turned the brightness up. That fucked me up. New Year, New Me. But it's just another day, another Dalton dash.
What's caused it, mate? Did you go too hard in the Christmas period?
No, I don't think so. Not really. Like, I had a fucking shitload of sashimi yesterday and a couple of oysters, and I'm just wondering whether, an errant oyster has maybe sent me down a path of, But like, it's not. But I'm not fully food poisoned, so that's why.
No, I think an errant oyster, you're looking at fucking food poisoning.
That's what I would have thought. So I don't really know then. That's the only thing. And Steph had the same seafood, so like, she's to my knowledge, good to go. It could be the fucking drinking for however many straight days we've all been sort of indulging.
Mate, you don't listen. You look all right. We've got things to do in the next couple of days, so I need you up and firing.
Dude, that was it as well. I need
you up and firing, mate.
We got the grade cricketer tonight, live show, sold out at the Enmore, 1,600 people. That's an intimidating number. Then we've got fucking 2 days of brave Sydney Test cricket that I'm going to go to. Rain, hail, or shine, I will be there, and I'll be even like if I've got to nip down to Bunnings and get some sellies and just blast it in my asshole to keep me tight for 2 days,
then that's what
I have to do.
I mean, listen, there's no other option really.
No.
There's no
Happy
other
New Year to
option.
everyone, by the way.
Because when the Sydney Test comes calling, Tom, when it calls your name, you've got to answer.
Eddy?
Is Eddy there or is he gone, Tobler? Are you still there, Tobler? How are you, Tobler? Eddie's
I'm
just
good.
we've lost Eddy.
Happy New Year. I think we got Eddy back.
I'm here. I was here the whole time.
Oh, we didn't. You froze, mate.
I said when the test calls your name, you have to answer.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
And it's as simple as that, Tom. It's as simple as that. If you've been hand selected by the Sydney test,
what are you
going
gonna
to do?
You got to step up.
You got to step up.
I've got to get up out of the bed and roll down to the fucking Sydney test. Put on my fineries, get down there. But what
Put
I
your
did
pants
say,
on, mate. Put your boots on, okay? Put your
Wow.
pants and your boots on. Put your collar on, mate. Put your toddler special on and fucking get down there and get into it.
Dude, I'd love to see someone go to a Halloween party dressed as Toddler.
As toddler. Yeah.
There's a few iterations you could do. You could do water aerobics toddler, or review lunch toddler in his RMs and green linen shirt.
I wouldn't mind some dribblers going to the cricket dressed as toddler, like the toddler section, the toddlers.
A bay of toddlers.
A bay of toddlers. Yes. Now
all
we're
doing
fucking
water
cooking with
aerobics
gas.
at the end of each over. They start doing that little fucking hand movement shit that he was doing.
A bay of toddlers. We'll leave that with the dribblers.
Yeah.
See what they're fucking made of.
See what they're made of.
Listen,
New Year,
listen.
Ed. What'd you get up to, mate? What'd you do?
Happy New Year, mate. Happy New Year, toddler. Happy New Year, fucking to the punter and the dribbler. What the fuck did I do? I went to lunch at the Spit with a few mates down at the Spit. Tom, you know the Spit, mate. And which was nice. You know what I mean? Set the tone. I was with friend of the show, Jack Edward Archdale, who was in good form. Brought a nice energy to proceedings. And then we went back to my mate Chris Mushin's house and ripped in for the nation.
Oh, lovely.
Pretty stock standard stuff. Walked over to Seaforth to watch the fucking fireworks. You could see them all from there. Very nice, mate. But basically what I do every single year is get fucked up and then lay in bed all day yesterday.
I got that vibe.
It's not, I've settled on a pretty good system, I think. So I've just stuck with it. And I'm assuming Tobler must have been hung as well, because I was sending through some red hot fucking content and I just was getting no bites back on it. I watched it. And
good.
Absolutely loved it. I couldn't be fucked to reply.
As long as you watched it, that's all that mattered. Because it was and obviously
no. I watched it.
As long as you watched it,
watched it. We can't talk about it.
You know what? No, we can't talk about it. But I wish I screen recorded it. That's the only thing I regret. I'm like, I just wanted to be able to relive that for fucking ever. That was as pure as it gets.
It did go on for a while as well.
It went on for so long, dude. It was, and mate, I can't even speak specifics. I'll have to do that later. Sorry, punters and dribblers. But yeah, as long as you saw it, that's good. Good for you guys.
How'd you go, mate? Did you go right?
Bed before midnight.
You were?
Yeah. This has been mate, after Evie got sick, we were meant to go away for, a few days with a mate and his family. And then we delayed on that because we were like, we'll just see how Evie bounces back. Then she was good. Like, she was like, she's all good now. So we're like, fuck it, we'll go like 2 days late. So like the day 28th. Then we're literally packed a car. I've got the car is fucking bursting at the seams. Everyone's in there, kids in there, fucking Steph's in there. I get in the car, we reverse out. We get a phone call. My mate's missus has COVID. So we literally are in the driveway reversing out. She has COVID. I just drive forward again. And the girls are just like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm like, we're not going. We're not going. And they're just like, what? And I'm like trying to explain to Evie and Zoe that this holiday we've just been getting them psyched for all morning is not happening now.
Were they Devo?
No, look, they were, but we ended up obviously, I'm a big Silver Linings Playbook fan. Shout out to Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper. Let's make the best of a bad situation here. We just turned we had a staycation. We just went out to dinner every night, not every night, but we tried to make it like we're in a different place. We went to dinner a bunch of times. We went and got massages and shit. We went and did stuff with the girls. Anytime we were walking to or from the beach, we'd walk a way that we don't usually go, so it felt like we were somewhere else.
Oh, cute, dude. Really sweet stuff.
Yeah.
That's really sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Really wholesome.
That's really
wholesome stuff. Was that throwing them off? Was that
Well, no,
throwing them off
dude.
completely, mate?
This was just Steph and I. This was just when.
Oh, you
Steph
do
and
it for
I-
yourselves.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Wow, you must have got lost a couple of times, mate.
Yeah.
Where are we? Never
Yeah,
been here
shit,
before.
Even though technically I'd walked these, I'd
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
gone
well
there.
there's only like fucking there's only so many ways you can
There's only a
go.
certain amount of ways you can go. Exactly. We just kept walking that way. You know when we were filming the horizontal season shit, that nice back street with that cool apartment?
Yeah.
We just went that way, which I've done 40 million times, but it was like,
Oh, you just went that way, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You just
Anyway.
went that way down to the beach.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it ended up being good, dude. It ended up being like a nice, a nice few days. Like where I actually thoroughly enjoyed myself. But so when it came around to news and shit, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't need to go out and get fucked up. I've got a big couple of days, as you said quite rightly, at the cricket. So we've just been watching a fucking sex cult documentary called The Vow. That's about me, dude.
A sex cop.
Cult, not sex cop.
I was like, what's a sex cop? Crime by day, cock by night.
Yeah, well, that sounds like it would have been funner, to be honest, now in hindsight. But no, so that's been, mate, there's nothing too crazy to report from my neck of the woods. That's for
How was
damn
yours,
sure.
Tobler? Did you put your boots on, mate?
No, up at Brunswick Head, so a bit more low key than running around in RMs. We just did like a fridge to fridge because we've got a bunch of different, like all the cousins are at different spots, so we just went around, had a couple of drinks at each spot, and then
Doing a fridge
fuck
to
yeah.
fridge to fridges are very much a like 26 thing. You know what I mean? Like you're in
I've
your 20s.
never done
we had
one.
the whole
I've
family
never done
involved.
one.
You had the whole
We were-
family involved.
We weren't on bikes, so it wasn't your traditional fridge to
Okay.
fridge. But everywhere's within 1 minute walking distance of each other, so we kind of just hit each spot.
So
Different
the
drinks with
Toblers
each
fucking
place.
turned it up and got blind.
Turned it up.
Do the Tobblers rip and tear?
Yeah, the Tobler hammer hands.
Tobbler hands.
Who goes hardest in the paint? Who's like
Oh, the hammer
Who-
hands.
the Hannah hands, right? So
Yeah.
they set the tone.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a.
See, that's
like a
nice.
11:30
That's
finish.
nice.
It was
A
great,
bloody, an Australian family just getting together and bonding over a fridge to fridge. That's pretty
That's it.
fucking. That's pretty. This is Australia sort of stuff.
I'm sort of envious of that, I think, if I'm
Yeah.
going to be honest. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The
My cousin
Simpsons, we
mocked
just
up
don't have
an
that sort of, we don't have that sort of
invitation as
energy,
well.
mate. We don't have that sort of energy. Certainly not for a fridge to fridge. Never been floated. Don't think it could be executed. Not in the wheelhouse. Just not in the wheelhouse.
No, there's no fridge to fridge happening to the Birmingham household. I don't know if we're doing this, if we're using this footage for a podcast. I apologize. I am shirtless in bed. I don't know whether it's going to be worth watching, if I'm being honest.
Show
It's
them
probably
your handmade John.
It's not a toilet, but it is where I thought I may have to vomit.
Oh god.
That's a shoe basket that I put a garbage bag in because obviously if you throw up into a wicker basket, you're gonna have problems.
Big problems. Big problems.
Yeah.
You'd have
Eddie
to take that
Eddie,
thing
when we
out.
started this, Tobler, before you're on, Eddie's like, dude, are you shitting in that? I'm like, no. Like Steph
Well, but
went
I
up
don't-
to me grunting in a bin.
Horrific.
Yeah, but it's just about the speed of your bowels. I'm thinking maybe you've only got one roll in you before it's dribbling down your leg and
The amount of people who sent me this, they DM'd the show and also my personal Instagram, thanks to everyone. Like some meme or something where it was like a guy standing in front of a mirror. I think it was for like the end of last year. And it was talking about like he was sort of patting himself on the back. He's like, yes, another year without shit in my pants. And then like everyone just was sending to me being like, yeah, you can't fucking say this, bro. And then I've just been going like, thank you for that. And then now just please don't shit in the bed. Shit in the bed on January 2nd. with my lovely
Shit in the
wife
bed,
next to
mate.
me.
Shit in the bed's a fucking whole different kettle of fish.
I didn't though. I didn't. Shout out to me. Shout out to me. Didn't do it. So that's pretty cool. Pretty impressive stuff.
How does Steph feel sharing a bed with you like it? Because it's obviously just fucking... And in moments like this, because she's just rolling the dice, does she go to the couch?
No, to be honest, mate. Listen, till death do us part. You know, she made a vow. She made a vow when she stood on the steps of the Parramatta fucking whatever it's called,
Court of marriages or whatever.
court of marriage, birth, deaths, and marriages in the depths of COVID. She made a vow that she would stick with me no matter what. If I'm pooing in the bed, if I'm pooing in a bin next to it, that's what it's about. Listen, she was unaware of the true nature of the situation because she was asleep. So I was very courteous in the way that I would excuse myself on the day every hour. Much like
in what way? In what way were you courteous?
Well, I would roll the fucking doona off me and just take my phone and bottle of water and just trot on down to the bathroom and then trot on back. Just slink back into bed, dude.
Where have you been? Nowhere. No. Absolutely
Nah,
nowhere.
you're not waking up and rem. Anyway, listen, I didn't want to start the year with a 24-minute fucking poo diatribe, so I'm happy to move on if there's anything else to talk about, or is it literally just me shitting?
Listen, it's probably... I mean, I think realistically that's going to form the basis, the foundations of the podcast.
Okay.
There might be 5 minutes here or there on something. You know what I mean? But it's that time of the year. It's that time of the year, punters and dribblers. Hey?
Do you see the thing? The Chinese guy fucking... Like, this wasn't even on my list. I just thought of it because we were talking deuces. But the fucking Chinese chess player who, like, had to go and shit out anal beads in a bathtub because he'd like. I think the anal bead game in chess is way more prevalent than we've ever realized, and the lid's just been blown off it.
Well, I was about to say, because the guy that played, it wasn't the guy that Magnus Carlsen lost to, was he accused him of having beads up there as well?
Yeah. And then this Chinese guy's now been caught with them. And it just sort of, I mean, like, chess. Who would have thought chess was so kinky? Like, I guess in hindsight now, I'm like, it makes sense because, like, it's such a... the people who are, like, really good at it seem to all be a little bit sort of weird. And that's not a judgment.
How do you get caught with anal beads in? Like, does someone check you before you start playing?
Well, I don't know if they'll have to now, but
Almost
that's what
like
I'm
a
trying to
prostate
work
exam?
out. Because they were like, oh, he passed them in a bath after the competition. And I'm like, was he like held at gunpoint in a bathtub? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it might be like testing. You know how, if you are followed by fucking WADA, USADA, I don't know what the Australian version is, they stand there while you piss. Maybe if they suspect you've got beads in, they hop you into a warm body of water and wait for you to
pass them, much like giving birth in a bath, which is what Steph did with Zoe. But obviously,
Correct.
It's not exactly the same because it's just passing anal beads that are helping you cheat at chess. But you get the point.
I get the point. Yeah, I do. I do. I'm still confused how the fuck they knew he had anal beads up his bumhole.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone would ever know. Like, how would you ever know that?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Unless you're admitting it, unless you fold easily under pressure, just a little bit of fucking, light questioning and you've buckled.
There's another toddler style. There is also the possibility, Eddie, and I know, like you and I, we've shared many an evening together where we've, got deep into conversation. You and I are not big ass play guys. So,
No.
I don't know whether having beads up there vibrating to tell you to move fucking your knight to C3 might, you might be like, oh, like it might feel terrific.
Yeah.
So it might be hard to mask that when you've got that going off inside and tickling your prostate, as it were.
Potentially. So you're suggesting that he may have ejaculated mid-match and that's given him away?
Well, I don't know because I don't know what's possible in the ass play game. Like, can one vibration make a man come? Like, I don't know that. Reach out, ass play guys.
Don't they? I was under the impression, Tom, and this might have been formulated in movies, that if you're looking to donate semen at the sperm bank
Yeah.
and you need a little help, then I was led to believe that a tickle could get the job done.
Almost like the same way when you want to throw up, you stick your fingers down your throat and you tickle that thing at
Correct.
the back.
It's actually
and then
it's the reverse of that, Tom. Yeah.
but it's your bumhole. You got to go in through the rear.
Yeah.
I've heard that as well, but I don't know whether that's just like an old
makes you
an
cock
old
throw up.
wives' tale. Yeah, it makes you cock boot. I don't know if that's an old wives' tale or not. I'd tell you another old wives' tale. Speaking of old wives' tales, just because I heard this one yesterday being fucking thrown around about the woman who's like saw a car was on her kid and she picked up like a 3 fucking ton car off her kid. You've all
Is
heard
that a
one,
wives'
sure.
tale? Is it?
Have you never heard that one?
I've heard it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a wives' tale or not. I'm just saying, like, who was this person who did it? When did it happen?
Superhuman strength.
Yeah, but like, don't say that to me. It's like, oh yeah, well, what about that woman who picked up the car off her kid? It's like, which woman? Where was it? When did it happen?
Correct. I need footage. That's what I need.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Footage. I need footage. Anyway, interesting story. Is he being suspended, obviously?
I would think you'd have to be. Again, I didn't get too deep, pardon the pun, on the Chinese anal bead yarn. I saw it, I chuckled, and I moved on with my life. But you would assume he has to be suspended. But I think there's also like a couple other. I think we are in a fucking anal bead pandemic in the chess world. Or epidemic. I don't know if you can have a pandemic in a sport, but
It's their Lance Armstrong moment. You know, will the sport survive?
yeah,
Hard to know.
They're finding anal beads disposed in Coke cans in fucking, testing houses or whatever the fuck.
I tell you
Lance was
what,
getting
if
into.
they find that Magnus has been beating up, then that's the sport, you'd think.
Yeah, you'd have to think. You'd have to think.
You'd have to
your chest
think.
can't
You'd have to
come
put
back
I
from-
think you're putting a line through the sport if it finds out that Magnus
Yeah.
has gone from small to big in his games.
Well,
matches.
right. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if there's what sort of bead are you using as well, right? Like, you'd have to be. There's not. Are we at a point where there's beads that are being manufactured solely for the purpose of cheating in chess? Like,
I would
you know
think
what I mean?
so, yeah.
Would they have
Yeah.
a picture of a chess piece on the box?
Well, I think you'd need a pretty significant range of vibration so that you basically through messaging you're fucking, or is it like the tempo of the vibration that gives away what move to do?
Well, could it also be like, because it's pretty well fucking like A, B, C, D, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Could it just be I pulse? The first pulse it represents letter,
Yep.
and then there's a break, and then second pulse dictates number.
Yep. I think that makes sense.
That would be, again, I haven't, and like I don't want to out myself as a chess beater. I haven't chess beated yet, but that's how I imagine chess beating would work.
But again, if you believe the old wives' tale about the sperm donation, you're in big trouble with that much vibration going on.
Yeah.
Huge trouble.
Huge, constant vibration, and like there's no, you can mask going through anal vibrations, but there's no way that you can hide ejaculation on the face, like as in it's telling.
You'd have to wear it on the face, yeah.
I don't mean ejaculation onto your face.
You got to go like that.
I mean I mean, yeah. You have to put your head in your hands and like try and sneeze a bunch. Yeah, you can cough like you're just doing there, masking ejaculation.
Just mask it. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
All right, so huge controversy in chess. Let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, let's
Excuse me.
let's keep an eye on that.
Punters and Dribblers, as always, brought to you by our good friends at Ned's, the number one betting platform on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the app has, they're always constantly improving, but the app's gone to a new level recently.
It's
gone to a new level.
good now.
The profiles tab is the thing that we're talking about. Obviously, we've all got our own profiles on there where you can go and see like everything we've sort of bets we've got live, bets that we've had that have come and gone. There's like a feed that I was fucking around with today, and like you can actually just scroll through and see like all the bets that the people you follow have got coming up. You can copy them if you want, all that sort of shit. But it's humming in there.
Oh, fuck yeah. I got a couple of good futures on as well, I reckon. Ethan Ewing.
I copied it today.
Bang.
I saw it. I went in there and went bang. Fuck yeah. If you've got a surfing bet on, I'm going to go after you.
Yeah, I've got a good feeling about Ethan in 2024. Punters and Dribblers, a really good feeling. So, Ethan Ewing. Futures bet,
Yep.
WSL, get after it. Share it, copy it, get around me.
I've got one
follow
on right
Tom,
now, actually.
Follow me.
Follow Sebo.
Don't
Don't follow Tobler.
Don't follow Tobler, be a complete waste of your time. Complete waste of your time.
Yep.
I had an APL bet last night that fell fucking one leg short. That's annoying, but it's okay.
It is what it is. It happens, all right? This is the world of punting. You can't win them all. In fact, you probably won't. Anyway, shout out to Ned's. Get on there. Have a play around. You've got the private group, which you already know about, the About Even group. Biggest group on there. The passcode is Dribbler. I'll see you in there. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Look at you with fucking headphones, old school headphones. What's wrong with you? What's that about?
Mate, I forgot the laptop charger. I forgot my headphones. So I'm on...
Forgot them where?
Where? I'm not in...
Oh, you're at Ella's house.
Yeah. Because we
Forgot
stayed
it
over
all.
here when we went to fucking New Year's at Seaforth. Just easier,
Yeah,
mate.
right.
Simpler.
Yeah, no, I understand that, mate. That makes sense.
And I just forgot a few things, mate. So I'm having to fucking make it up as I go. But I'm
Good for
delivering.
you. Yeah,
As you
well,
can see.
as you can see, delivering big time. Shout out to headphones on a cord. I was actually fucking very anti moving to AirPods when they
We've
first
talked
came
about
along.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
But
make
now
any
I see
sense.
you with cords. Well, now I see you with cords, like your head's fucking stuck to the computer. I'm just like, this is
Look at
madness.
this.
You've got no
Look at that.
range at all.
No range. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Fucking hell. Forgive that yawn. That was inappropriate on a podcast.
What else we got, boys?
Now Tobler's yawning as well.
Yeah, you got me
Oh,
there.
Tobler. Oh, fucking Tobler. Fisher putting up that thing of fucking Cam Munster asking him to DJ his wedding was hilarious. That was funny.
But
as fuck.
also, I tell you what I thought was the best part of it. He's asking him 3 days out.
No, see, that's what we would. If you look at the message, Fisher just shared it from like June.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
I was
3
gonna
days
say,
out.
I was
initially
gonna
thought
say
3
that
days
is
out as
fucking
well.
absurd.
I know. I thought it was 3 days out as well. I was like, you have got to be kidding me, Cam Munster. That is wild behaviour. Absolutely wild. But no.
But now that I know that it's from June, that changes things quite dramatically. I respect him shooting his shot.
He must
just
know
do.
him to some degree, right? You've got to
Obviously.
know Fisher to some degree. But like to then have Fisher be like, bro, New Year's, like, but also like, what do you reckon Fisher would get paid per gig? Fucking at 500 grand?
No, he
Less?
didn't get that. Yeah, it'd be less. He plays fucking like how many times a week does he play? 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, but he's all around the world and shit. So I'm not saying fight like.
I'm just saying if he was getting 500 grand for paying twice,
Yeah,
3 times a week,
sure.
he'd be-
No. I'm with you there.
Gotta be
there.
worth
So
fucking
fuck
hundreds of
but- So
million.
what? Two
Estimated to be
Is he getting
between
100?
150 and 300.
But remember when he did live and shit, he would have got 500 for that, I reckon.
Yeah, but dude, okay, let's say in between 150 and 300. Like, is Munster, or is Munster just calling in like a wedding favor? Like, just come and do my wedding on New Year's Eve for free as a
I
favour.
think he's calling in a favour. And I didn't even think he's got a favour to ask. I think he's just asking, can he DJ his wedding? Like, but
Well,
I mean,
he's
listen,
like,
I
yo, me
don't
a big night
want
or some shit.
I don't want to imply that fucking Munster isn't good for the coin because
We know
he'd make good money, but who the fuck's spending 150 to 300,000 on their wedding DJ?
Listen, maybe a rugby league player, maybe.
I wonder what his number would have been to play Munster's wedding on New Year's.
I think it would have been big.
Be more than 150, I can guarantee you that.
I would think so. You'd be able to fucking charge a pretty penny for a New Year's gig if you're Fisher.
Tell what also I loved out of the Munster wedding photos.
I think I already know, but carry on.
The fox in his fineries.
Yeah.
Munster's there in a tuxedo, dinner jacket, whatever you want to call it. The fox is in Vans, long white socks, shorts, and a t-shirt.
Tracky short. Let's trot shorts.
Let's trot shorts. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I know. A friend of the show, the Scope was there. We're gonna need to get some clarification on how that.
Was he at the wedding? Was he?
Yeah, mate. Like you've got to. I need some explanation on how tracky shorts. Let's trot tracky shorts came to be what was more like. It wouldn't shock me if like he split his pants or some shit and had to get changed. But like the Vans.
You reckon he split his pants?
Leagueies do not give a fuck about dress codes. Remember when we went to the Manly fucking end of season thing?
Yep.
And then obviously our invite for 2023 got lost in the mail, but 2022 one, black tie, you and I dressed to the nines looking gorgeous.
In black
skipper
tie.
Of the club, in black tie. Then the skipper of the club, Daly Cherry Evans, also a friend of the show, in a blue suit with a tie.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's not giving a fuck about dress code, Tom, and then there's wearing Let's Trot tracksuit shorts to a wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, there's levels to this shit, and as Scope would say, and that has taken the fucking cake for me. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, that was fucking glorious from the Fox. It was fucking fantastic. It was a bizarre photo, but shout out to him.
And it's bizarre because everyone else is at least in a suit, although I don't know what the dress code was, but if it was black tie, then everyone's missed it except Munster.
Well, how does that work, right? Like, you don't wear a tuxedo unless the thing's black tie, right?
No. Sometimes I've been to weddings, multiple weddings, where the dress code is like fucking, formal, and then only the bridal party is in black tie.
In fact, I think that may have been the fucking case with Streeties.
It was.
There you go.
So it happens. But
it does happen.
At Streeties, no one was in Let's Trot tracksuit shorts, so it's sort of not the same thing.
If we ever get Josh Adokar on the podcast, we should wear black tie and just have him wearing whatever the fuck he's wearing.
Love it. Absolutely love it. It would have been. I'm keen to sit Scope down off air. Sorry, punters and dribblers, and just get that hot, sweaty gas. Yeah.
Need a bit of that. Cricket's on tomorrow, Edward. The Sydney Test. Firstly,
let me look at the weather.
It's not looking great. It's not looking awful. It's fucking infuriating.
Day 2 doesn't look very good. Otherwise, it looks all right.
Oh, so tomorrow's meant to be good, is it?
Tomorrow's fine.
Oh, I was hearing days 1 and 2, bit of drizz.
Nah, tomorrow's all right. Tomorrow looks pretty fucking good. So you can jam that. Everyone that's fucking negative about the test. Tomorrow, any chance of rain, 10%. Partly cloudy, slight chance of shower, most likely in the afternoon and evening. Nah, we'll be right. We'll be right, mate.
Love that. It's funny. Normal years, this would be fucking on the precipice of the last test of the summer. This feels better to me. Like, I hate that fucking this is Do you know what I mean? Like, this is usually when summer's over, sort of.
We've been over this many, many times, mate. There was always room for more Test cricket in January. There always was.
And it's gonna. I'm pumped that we're only hitting the third one, even though it's the West Indies after this. But I'm wet for it, buddy. That's all. That's all. And like the cricket, sure. Dave Warner's last Test, yeah, I guess so.
Well, but at
But
least they
more
had a bit of a
so,
crack. They had a crack last Test, which warms the heart from a competitive perspective, because
yeah.
the first Test was a fucking clinic. They showed a bit in the last Test, so we might get a little bit of half decent cricket, Tom. Fingers
Hey,
crossed.
listen,
Gods be good.
Gods be good. Fingers crossed. I'm a fan of the cricket. I love it, but I'm more excited to get up into that fucking room with all me mates and just stink piss for 2 days and just chat shit. Like, that's what it is. It's dribble and yarn in its purest form. It's like the best setting for it, I think.
Yep. It's comfortably the best setting for it. And and the stats just come out. You know what
It's
I mean?
stats, it's
It's just
crossword,
dribbly. It's
it's
just
fucking
dribbly
dribble.
stats. And the fucking age in which we live means that even if you're in a ballpark, you can look it up, you get the right answer. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
you're on Google half the day just looking shit up.
Yeah,
At least I am.
seriously. It's so good, dude. It's pure. It's pure stuff. That's why I need to get back to full health so I can properly rip.
Yeah, you do, because it could be an early one.
Yeah, I know. I was an early one into a late one. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 2 days of power. Fucking
I won't be going early the second day, though. You can fucking jam that.
no, fuck that. I mean, early first day, but then see, I wouldn't mind going out after the cricket. Like I like going. I like this time when the day's over and then you go out to dinner and you're flogged and you go out somewhere and just eat a fucking big meal at some restaurant. Keep going,
Yep.
then you roll home and you get up and you go again.
But we could do all that. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anything's possible for a couple of young fucking fans of the game.
In the prime of their life.
In the prime of their lives, in the absolute pinnacle of their careers.
Yeah. It's funny, I don't know if we mentioned at the start, like I know that for punters and dribblers everywhere, they're still in 2023, right? Like the year of the dribbler. I mean the dribbling year doesn't start until February. But by the Judeo-Christian calendar, it is the new year, and it's just worth reminding everyone that 2024 has officially been announced as the year of the punter and the dribbler. That was
Yeah, it
just,
has.
it was announced. It was announced.
Yeah, listen, great point you make. Dribbling New Year not till the 1st of February, but I mean, so scientists have all concluded unanimously, year of the punter and the dribbler. That's what that's what the ice core data is suggesting, Tom, that this year going to be the year of the punter and the dribbler.
Yeah, the quant modeling suggesting wherein much like when they can predict like a La Nina, it's like, oh fuck, no, this is a year of punting and dribbling for sure.
It's like it's not even a question. It just is.
No, it just is. It is
So
what
I
it is.
hope that allays some fear out there in the community that potentially it wasn't the year of the punter and the dribbler. That's incorrect. It absolutely is.
No, that is. I tell you what though, which one's the wet season? La Nina?
El Nino, isn't it?
El
Or is it
Nino?
La Nina?
Whatever.
Or maybe is it La Nina?
Whatever the
I don't
wet
know.
one is.
Yeah.
The wet, let's just say for the purpose of this conversation, La Nina is wet. Everyone was like, oh, fuck, this summer's going to be hot as shit. It's going to be hot and dry and fucked. And now I don't know whether, like, I am just speaking from my own very personal bubble that I live at, which is in a coastal town of Bondi Beach. But it seems like it's been just as fucking wet.
Mate, I was having the exact same thought the other day. I was like, well, Elle and I were talking about it. We're like, it's not been fucking 40 degrees and dry every day. It hasn't been that hot at all, really. It has, obviously, weeks on, weeks off, but it's not hot now, really. And it's fucking rained every day. It's been thunderstorms all the time.
shitting with rain every day.
Which
and,
makes
you
me
got
think-
like a couple of hot days at the start of December.
Which makes me realise no one knows what's going on. Not really. And that's not me being a conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying no one really fucking knows what's going on. They just don't.
No. Doesn't feel like it, Ed.
If you can't predict weather more than 2 days out, then do you know what's going on? For you to sit there and tell me that it's going to be a fucking super dry summer when you can't even fucking predict if it's going to rain in 2 days or not, sounds like you're talking shit.
Now, obviously, we don't want to go and start jinxing bushfires and shit. But I thought it was meant to be like, plan your bushfire fucking escape plan. I thought it was meant to be bushfire city this summer. They were talking about the fuel loads and shit in the bush and all that sort of stuff. Obviously,
they were talking fuel loads. They were talking fuel loads.
But there was fuel load rhetoric getting around.
Yes, there was. Huge fuel load rhetoric. And touch wood, I haven't seen anything of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm disappointed that the fuel load rhetoric hasn't, come to bear. But obviously we'd much prefer that, bushfires don't happen. But just heat generally, it being dry generally, it's overcast and rainy all the time, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, the cricket looking all right, so we cross our fingers and our toes.
Yeah, exactly.
Dribblers. We cross our fingers and our toes.
Right. We cross them all.
And then we'll be on Warner to ton up in front of his people at home.
Yeah, we will be. Oh, we will be. I'll be looking forward to a little bit of punting. I'm not going to lie to you. Fellas, I reckon, fucking given the situation, given the circumstances, given the fact that we were very close, we were looking to reschedule times. Is Tom going to make it? Does he do the first ever toilet potty? Eddie's got a barbecue. What are we going to do here? The fact that we've been able to rally, get on here and do 45 brave rugby league minutes of fucking podcasting is a testament to all of us and a sign of just huge things to come in 2024.
Huge. I mean, you can't keep us down is basically what we're getting at.
Yeah.
The bravest 45 minutes in podcasting this year, it's not even close.
Not even close. Comfortably.
I love you both dearly, and I will see you tonight, Tom.
Yeah, ciao, everyone.
Could you two just not talk anymore?